The YouTube recommended video algorithm is like the granddaddy of lotteries. You can find all sorts of videos in there. Whether it be some random video of a man taking a dump on a subway,
Oh, God!
or a random video of some obscure video game that you've never heard of. Point is, YouTube recommendations can be gold, but according to my findings, that isn't always the case, and you might be left in a world of hurt. While casually surfing through my homepage on the YouTube app from my phone, I came across this iconic piece of gold. Either somebody at YouTube absolutely has my number, or the YouTube algorithm is God himself reincarnated as an AI, and knows exactly how to bury me 6 feet under. I mean, tell me, YouTube, how do you know that I want to increase, well, not that I want to increase my, why would you think I would ever click on this video? I don't care about penis sizes. Well, let's get into the video. I get this one question a lot on my social media. How can I get longer? How can I make it bigger? How can I get more girth? Shit, YouTube. You knew exactly what was on my mind. The algorithm knows more than I realized. You're telling me, man. I see that 14 million kings gathered around this majestic video. I didn't come upon this video by my own fruition. I was kinda, baptized against my own will. Scientifically proven ways to increase penile length.
Number one question I get on my social media is, how can I get bigger? How can I get longer? Or how can I get more girth? Well, today I am going to address those questions and give you the evidence behind penile lengthening treatments. I'm Dr. Rena Malik. If you like what you see here, make sure you subscribe so you can see new videos each and every Monday.
Nothing jerks my Jimmy harder than learning about penises and the urinary tract, so hell yeah.
Oh, did you guys know that they did a survey of 50,000 heterosexual men, and what they found was that 55% of them were unhappy with the way their penis looked.
My dick is a little too curved. It kind of looks like a Greek alphabet letter, I tried bending it the other way to balance it out, but the pain is just too much.
Pornography has really blurred the lines of what exactly is normal. So I made a video previously talking about the average penile length. And average penile length, if you look at all the data, approximately the average penile length is about 5.2 inches or 13.2 centimeters.
Wait, I thought you said 5.2?
The average penile length is about 5.2 inches or 13.2.
Length is about 5.2 inches.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking
Normal for penile length to be within 2.5 standard deviations of that. So either greater or smaller. And so what's considered abnormal in terms of length being too short would be anything less than 2.9 inches or 7.5 centimeters. And that's called micropenis. Micropenis is prevalent in less than 1%, actually 0.14% of the population. So it's extremely rare. It can be due to a number of causes, which can include congenital abnormalities related to the idea that their penis is not as long as they desire. And this is a form of body dysmorphic disorder, actually has a term. It's called small penis anxiety. It doesn't mean that they have a small penis, but they have anxiety related to the fact that they believe that the size of their penis.
Do I have? No, it couldn't be.
Is not long enough. And the way this is defined is that people have a preoccupation or obsession of the size of their penis. These men can be so distraught that it can affect their activities of daily living, and some of them can end up in the hospital due to their overwhelming obsession or even have suicidal ideation. This is not a joke. This is serious. This can have real serious complications for.
Now, it may look like, I was browsing towards some interesting topics prior to this video showing up on my feed, because why else would a penile length video show up on my recommendations? But I swear I did no such thing. What is YouTube trying to tell me? By the way, the video is completely fine. Hands off to Dr. Rena for tackling on the dark subject of penile length. I am just confused as to what YouTube is thinking. You know, do I have anxiety? Do I need help? I feel like I'm not only getting roasted, but also consoled by the algorithm.
There are 3 other non-surgical options. 1 is penile extenders, 2 is vacuum erection devices, and 3 is penile injectable treatments.
Why does a vacuum erection device sound like a military explosive? Enemy small penis inbound.
The only one of these 3 that has any data to suggest it actually results in penile enhancement, as in length, is specifically penile extenders. And penile extenders are essentially a device that has a hole in which you put the penis, as well as 2 metal rods on either side.
Holy shit, that looks like something you can buy at Spencer's, like a cock and ball torture device. Also, now that I'm looking at it, don't the holes look rather large? I mean, it's not just me, right? It looks like a piece, like a leg or a femur of one of the robots from the movie I, Robot. One of the doctors that were on standby for the movie, just in case anybody got hurt, was probably like, "Oh, that's a nice robot piece. Let me take that back to my house just for some research."
And then a silicone circle at the end to hold the glands in place. And it slowly and mechanically applies traction to the penis to provide length. And it does this over a course of many months and with a lot of time dedicated to it in each day. And when you look at the data, people who religiously used these penile traction devices actually did gain some length on their penis. And
can you imagine a cult based on penile traction devices? The penile extension cult. Morning good with morning wood. Morning wood shop with God. Alright everybody, it is Sunday. Let us get together and all whip out our penises. And today we're just gonna do some small penile traction exercises to really get closer to Kami-sama. Also, if about 100 of you can donate around $10.99 each, that'd be really helpful with my car situation. It's about broken down. I need to take it to the shop. Also, I need to purchase a mansion and bitches and prostitutes.
About 2 centimeters.
2 centimeters? You know, some ads that I wasn't looking at that one of my friends told me was that, you know, you can gain up to 6 inches by taking some little pill.
The other options, vacuum erection devices specifically, did not increase penile length at all. And lastly, penile injections. There are a number of different penile injections out there that have been tried, used, and many of them have had devastating complications.
Peanut butter, honey, milk, goat milk, someone else's semen, horse semen. I feel like all of those would be pretty effective.
What is the penis is held to the pubic bone, which is the bone right in front of your penis, by a ligament. And by releasing that ligament, you can give a little bit more length to the penis.
Rest in peace to my suspensory ligament. I award him a Purple Heart for his honor and bravery in donating himself to a greater cause.
However, this is not without complications. There are also a number of other techniques using different flaps, grafts, and even using rib cartilage to help increase.
Can you imagine you and your partner are getting things are getting a little spicy in the bedroom. You and your partner are declothing each other, and he just whips out a fucking dick that has the density of a rib cage. Ah! What are you poking me with? That's my dick. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but did your dick get bigger? Yeah, thanks to my rib cartilage. Thanks, buddy.
The only time that you should proceed with any surgery for penile lengthening would be in the context of a clinical trial. And what is a clinical trial?
What if YouTube recommended me this video to put me on a clinical trial where I'm the guinea pig?
Bottom line, there's not a lot you can do to change the length that you are given. You can gain a small amount of length with penile traction treatment under the care of a psychologist to deal with this anxiety before doing anything that may be irreversible and have you end up with something that is disfigured, not functional, and worse than what you started off with. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you join me next week on Monday when I talk about penile injections.
Holy shit, that's honestly a pretty dope flex. Join me next week while I talk about penile injections. Join me next week while I talk about vaginal discourse. Join me next week on Monday on my channel while I talk about genocidal hemorrhage. Honestly, the video is actually pretty informative, and if you want to check out the full thing, go ahead and watch it on her channel. YouTube did decide to roast me, but I guess they also blessed me in a way by providing this information and allowing me to expand on my mind. I am just gonna go to my corner in my room and sit there for eternity.